I'm Jolly.
And I'm Samantha.
And this is Too Weird. Hello and welcome to Topics.
Too Weird Topics.
That's right.
You guys have said these are your favorites, and we're giving you more.
For reals. Today's topic is...
Online dating.
Online dating.
Yes.
Jeez.
Here we go.
Damn it. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, we're starting off on a really good one. All the dick pics.
Yay!
Just
kidding.
So,
no. Just
I've been around the online dating scene for a hot minute, right? If your first message is a dick pic, that's probably not the way to go about it. Like, especially if you're not on, like, Tinder. Like,
unless you, in real life, look like a giant penis, that probably should not be the first picture you send anyone.
Probably not.
Just putting that out there.
And it also shouldn't be your main profile picture. Like, most women don't really care. Like,
it's not even that. Most women don't want to see that. It's not like the first thing you say to people is, hey, here's my dick. Like, if you said that in real life, they would punch you in the face. So assume that anything you do online is very similar. Or, like, if you show a woman your dick on the first date without her wanting to see it, it's like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? So
if you do it in real life, it would be sexual harassment. So why do you make that the first
choice online?
Yeah, just, okay.
Yes. No dick pics, you guys. Stop it.
Dick pics.
Stop it.
Unless it's requested and you're on a weird, like, that...
Or you built enough rapport that it's like what you're doing.
Like, if that's where you are in your conversations, you do you. But if we're talking right out the get-go, like, this is me trying to get to know you, probably not the way to go about life.
If the first thing you show somebody is basically just the tip, as they say, just the tip. Here's a tip for you. Fuck off, because that's all you're going to be doing. Jacking off because no one's going to want to date you. So, my question is, first meeting location. So, first off, let's establish one quick thing. No one is going to meet you anywhere solitary and or creepy, regardless of gender. Anywhere where you are completely alone, that is like a no-go. That is usually not happening. Unless you're there for sex, and even then you'll usually meet at a public place and then get to wherever you go.
Well, we kind of talked about this in the dating topics one. Like,
yeah.
You guys,
so refer to the dating video.
Yeah, see video.
Link below.
Use your common sense. Like,
please.
Local coffee shop is a super easy one because A, you're just meeting for drinks.
Therefore, getting to know each other. We can talk.
You're just meeting for drinks and not alcoholic drinks, so you're not messing with your mental capabilities. So, A, it doesn't have to be very long if you're not feeling it. And B, you're still going to be safe enough to drive home afterwards. And C, it's lots of people there, and so it's easy to escape if need be.
People's cameras, and remember one thing, most coffee cups come with a lid, so they can't easily roofie you. So, ooh, I'm just saying,
true.
That doesn't sound like something you want to hear, but let's be realistic, people. That shit happens.
Shit happens.
So, yeah. And I guess the other thing is, if any location that someone invites you to meet them at reminds you of like The Hills Have Eyes or any horror movie where people get stabbed, eaten, and or whatever to death. To death is the main thing here. You should probably not be meeting them there. Just
don't
turn the
it.
fuck around and drive away. No one's gonna give a fuck. No
if you're like, okay, my GPS can't even find this location because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Don't do it.
It's probably a good sign that it's probably not meant to be. Like,
no, just no.
On that note, though, how long before meeting? I think that's to each their own, really. Like,
if you build a rapport and you feel like it's going in a good direction and you really feel like you've gotten to know enough about the person and you've exchanged maybe a few just pictures of your face or your activities or whatever, you know about each other's hobbies just enough. And I say just enough because, I'm sorry, I don't really want to know if you crochet every weekend, but at the same time, I do want to know if you like going outside because that is really important. I know it sounds weird, but some people do not like to be outdoors, and that's fine, but you want to know what you have in common.
You want to be talking enough about each other, your likes, your dislikes, your interests, so that you know if there's going to be any sort of
issues,
common interest, any sort of, like, are you guys going to have the most basic fundamental things in common, or are you going to be like, we don't even kind of speak the same language, like, intellectually speaking.
Yeah.
So it's better to just kind of talk it out beforehand, before actually meeting. That way you know whether or not it's going to be a waste of time.
Also, it helps you kind of build that general idea of what their day-to-day is like, which is really helpful when you're trying to figure out if someone's trying to murder you or date you. I'm just saying, some people look like they're out to do both. Please don't go out like that.
Don't
Just
do it.
comb your hair, do something about your car looking nasty. I mean, just basic things, people, basic things.
Be presentable at this first meeting.
Yes, please. If you wear anything with holes in it that are not aesthetic and not dirty looking, because let me tell you, dirty pants are nasty, regardless.
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship for a long time, so online dating's never been really my issue. But I can still tell you basics of dating. Say, be presentable, don't be nasty. And if it's not aesthetically pleasing, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Just
Men and women that are watching this video,
everybody.
do not wear sweatpants to a first date. Like, are we going to go do calisthenics? Like I assume that we need to be doing some form of fitness or physical activity if you're wearing workout clothes to our date.
That's for real.
Yeah. So.
Keep it simple, people. Okay, so next question is, should you tell people about your kinks or your fetishes? Ugh. Okay, so fetishes are not a bad thing necessarily.
Trigger word. Ugh.
Sam's having a spasm, but
I
she'll be
never
okay.
had issues with the word fetish prior to
Or kink.
prior to the start of online dating. I have so much distrust now. So much distrust.
It's built up over time with all the weirdness, but basically, I think that your kinks is something that you should talk about, maybe not necessarily in person, but down the line, like after you've had a few dates. Because I feel like if out the gate, the first thing you tell me is, I like you to step on my balls and smile at me while you do it, I'd be like, yeah, no, sorry, I'm kind of accommodating, but that's a little much.
Yep.
You
What are
know?
some other ones that I've had? Could I wear your used lacy underwear and role play you as my children's nanny?
Because that sounds exciting
Yeah.
and fun, and fuck you, no, stop.
I love
Don't share
imagining
that
myself
shit.
as a mistress. Like,
I'm just
monogamy?
saying.
Nah.
Hey, I'm just saying, everyone will develop, their different things in a relationship, things that they're very, like, particular. So I'm like, some people do like role-playing, and that's fine. Yeah, fuck it, do it, right?
Yeah, but I think it's
You like
weird
fucking
if you're
outside? Go
automatically
ahead and do
starting.
it. But don't start with it.
Maybe it's my time as a social worker for the state. But if a grown ass man, we're talking like 30.
Hey, I'm
I think
saying
this
I
one was
agree with
32
you.
years old, wants me to portray a high school girl babysitting his kids.
That's creepy as fuck.
That's really weird. And then I have issues like prior issues like with cheaters anyways, and so that's just not my kind of thing, like pretending
kind of
like you're
fantasy,
married and want a high school girl. What?
That has several issues with it, so
What kind of foundation is that setting up?
I was gonna say
like-
that has already several issues to start with.
There's so
but
many things.
The overall thing is, like, I agree with Sam, you shouldn't start with that, but what I was saying was just, if it becomes something that you're interested in, maybe not that particular fantasy, because that's some fucked up shit.
Okay.
Sorry, you
good.
guys, if someone's into it, well, too bad, I think it's fucked up, I'm not into it.
This is our show and it's our
So,
opinions,
fuck
okay?
it, okay, we're not into that shit. I ain't no high
Weird.
school girl, whatevs. Anyway.
Or grown ass woman.
Damn right. But yes, the point is, if you feel like you've developed the conversation, gone on a few dates, and it's going to the point where, okay, yeah, we've already maybe, fucked around a few times, and you're like, oh, hey, let's make it more interesting. Let me tell you about something that I like. And that person is, open to communicating about it, that's different. But on the first few dates, or just right out of the gate, first few messages are like, hey, want to see my tiny penis? Don't fucking do it. Just don't. Stop yourself and think about that. If
That's
someone
a real message, you guys. You want to
That's
see
for
my
real.
tiny penis? Plus, would you like to join me in a cuckold?
Yeah.
You don't know what it is? I didn't either, you guys. I
But you
Googled
learn
it.
new things. You learn new things. Online dating teaches you a lot of new words and a lot of gross things you didn't think you wanted to know. But yeah, that brings us to our last question, actually.
Which merges right on in. Weirdest messages. I feel like we've talked about a couple.
Yes. The tiny penis guy.
Yes, there's the tiny penis guy. Chubs. That's
We
what
call
we
him
refer
Chubs.
to. Yeah.
It looked like a baby sea turtle.
Such fond memories.
It's either giant clitoris or
and
baby
he
sea
even
turtle.
nicely aligned it with like
a
the
very
tiling,
small floor
so
tile. Just,
you could compare an actual to scale size.
it was a
There
very small
was
tile.
the hey, if you guys are wondering, hey, if you're wondering, my username is also the name of my penis. That would be Velvet Thunder. I won't mention the dating site, but you know who you are. That was weird. I didn't know that was a thing, like legit a thing. Like,
well, let's be perfectly frank. Even though I am married and I have been for a long time, I still occasionally get some random messages. It's not even online dating. It's like sometimes on my Facebook, even though it's all completely private, I still get people saying like, "Hey, you're beautiful. Wanna fuck?" And I'm like, I don't even know you.
Weird ass.
So
bots.
don't reply to those. And you know, everyone gets the occasional random dick pic or random like, what are those like clickbait fuck me things? You know, where it's like, want to check out my webcam? And yeah, so
just don't do it.
don't click on those. Don't
That's called
click
giving
on them
away
on
all
Instagram or
your
anywhere
social
else.
security number, credit cards, personal identification.
Identity theft. Don't do it. Just don't.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
that's what we have to say about this because it is a bigger topic, but you know, that's all our questions for today. So if you have any more, feel free to write them in the comments.
With that being said, though, I feel like we do need a
Don't get
disclaimer
gross.
because we were talking about a lot of like negatives on online dating, and I do feel like it can be successful.
If done right.
This is more like a mixture of what to do and what not to do. So yeah, if you're online dating, there's still hope for you yet. Hopefully, though, this will help teach people that
Being a
probably
creep doesn't help.
shouldn't lead on with certain messages, or maybe shouldn't go out into the middle of nowhere, you know, as your first meeting. Like, save that shit for later.
Well, just be responsible, be smart, and think about it in the perspective of a horror movie. If any of the things that you are doing are the beginning or any part of a horror movie, you should probably not be doing it in your first few dates. So, I'm just saying, when I think of things like that, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that, I'm not doing that. So, I'm just saying, it makes sense. And as far as online dating, be safe, be smart, and always use protection. Can't harp on this enough. Condoms, people, they exist for everybody, literally. Lady condoms, male condoms. Everybody can get condoms. Everybody. So please, no STDs.
On that note, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and check out what else, you know.
Subscribe. Yeah, if you want more of this. Yeah, I know we're awesome, right?
Let us know which topic you'd like us to go over next down in the comments. Thanks, you guys.